let me make it an open thing. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yes. Can you see my screen?
No.
No, the screen is not going.
We can see you, but not the screen.
What do you do, Karthik?
So at the middle, you have the mute button, right? Next to the right of the mute button, there is a.
I did that.
Yes. Now it happened. Yeah, I can see your Explorer window.
Okay. So how much time do I have, Karthik?
1 hour plus. I mean, the rest of the meeting. So you have
Okay.
about an hour.
Sure. Let's make it a discussion group and stop me
Well,
whenever.
I think you didn't. Sorry to interrupt again. I think you didn't complete the sharing. You started the sharing. You'll have to select the desktop at the bottom and click again. So do that again, please.
This one?
Yeah, and then click the desktop. So, yeah, now. Yeah. Is everybody able to see the screen?
Yes.
Go to the
Okay,
presentation
great.
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah, presentation
Yeah,
mode.
go to presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You
All
can
right,
see
sir.
me now, right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to stop me and I will stop and answer, and let's have some discussion. Why Meher Baba? It's interesting how I prepared this talk. Maybe I have already mentioned one time. We had celebrated Baba's birthday last February. And there's one Baba lover in Peoria. We are about 15 Baba lovers. We meet every year. 2 times we meet, Baba's birthday and Amartidi, and we celebrate. And he happened to call us on a Friday, and I was so busy that day. And 6 o'clock, he said, let's meet, prayers, and then dinner. And okay, I was I was coming from one clinic to another clinic, and I was driving. It's about 40-minute drive. On the way, I hear this voice. The voice tells me, make a PowerPoint presentation. And I was so engrossed in going to the other clinic, and I was thinking about what to do and all. I didn't even question who asked me, whatever it is, and I just started responding. No, I'm busy. I got to do this. I got to do that, as though somebody asked me casually. And then I reached my other place, and I was supposed to finish my talk by my work by 5 o'clock, go home, pick up my daughter and wife, and go to their place. And luckily, I finished my work like half an hour before. And without my own knowledge, I opened the laptop and I opened the PowerPoint presentation, and this voice started speaking again. I got the voice, why Meher Baba? Then I created not the picture, but why Meher Baba? And then I had so many ideas, one idea after the idea, and then I started typing very fast with all the spelling mistakes and all. And within 15 minutes, I finished it. Then I realized, oh, it's Baba who is talking to me. Okay, it was like Baba dictating, and I was noting down. And then finally, I knew that I have to present this in the evening. And then I added some pictures and all, and whatever I'm showing is much more refined and a lot different than what I had prepared on that day. But the main content is the same thing. I added a few more things. And then it was 5 o'clock, and then I was going home, and wonder why, Baba, why you want to make me this presentation? It's not new. All the people already know about Baba. They read books and all. And then I didn't get any answer. I went home and we all went to Charan's house. We talked and Baba's prayers and ate food. And then I said, I have a presentation I created. I want to show. So we all went to their theater and I connected my computer. Meanwhile, the host, Savita, was telling me, hey, my cousin came from Chicago and their family is coming. And we said, that's fine. We'll be here talking about this presentation. And then before I start, this family comes with, they filled up their plate with food and they came and sat with us. And I told them, sir, we're all Baba lovers. And if you don't mind, have you ever heard about Meher Baba? He said, no, never heard Meher Baba. If you don't mind, I'm presenting this. Please ask any questions. He said, that's fine. I'm interested in spirituality. That's what he said. And then I started giving this presentation, and the presentation went on so actively among the people, and he actively participated. And actually, some of the answers he gave, I was telling him about Must Mohamed, and I told him Baba found him in Bombay streets when he was stuck at the 4.5 plane. Baba brought him and pushed him to 3.5 planes and then pushed him up to 5th plane. And then somebody asked, why did Baba do that? I said, I don't know why Baba did it. Meanwhile, this gentleman said, oh, this must be the reason. If you are in a small mountain, on the top of a small mountain, you want to go to the next mountain, which is on the top. First, you have to get down from this mountain and go to the next mountain. You have to hike the second mountain. That made perfect sense, and we all felt, oh, this gentleman must be. Then I realized probably, Baba has ways of attracting his lovers. Probably through this presentation, he was attracting this family. In those circumstances, I prepared this, and it's an intuition that I got. Another thing happened today. Today also I was so busy, and I thought I should refine this for our we read God Speaks and discourses, and it's kind of a introductory kind of a presentation you will see. And today also I didn't have any time. I was keeping this on the side of my other computers and trying to do. And around 5:30 I want to come home, and one of the physicians came and asked me, hey, what is that? Who is that person? I said, it's Meher Baba, it's my laptop, and I'm going to be presenting a presentation. Oh, really? Can you tell me what is that presentation? And I started talking. He took an hour sitting with me, trying to know who is Meher Baba and all those details. I thought that was interesting. So, my name. This is Peoria. This is where we live. The population of Peoria is about 300,000, 3 lakh per population. It's about.
Are you showing us Peoria?
Are you
Ravi?
changing slides because we are not able to see anything? So you'll have to go to screen mode.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What mode?
The slideshow mode. At the bottom, there are multiple icons right at the bottom next to the slider with the much below on the right bottom. There are small icons.
Yeah.
Click the one to the left of 100% or 0%.
Show background effects, enter full screen, show device settings, turn off incoming video.
Right at the bottom, there are icons.
Yeah.
Before, to the left of 66%, there is an icon. Kindly click that.
Where is 66%? I'm sorry.
Bottom corner. Bottom right.
Bottom right, yeah.
66% should be your battery of your laptop.
You were there, Ravi, just now.
Where?
Bottom right.
Bottom.
They just keep coming down.
Yeah.
Sherry.
Below.
Yes, right there.
There is one screen type of icon. Just press that.
This one?
First icon left to 66%.
I don't
So do
have
you see the 66%?
No, I don't.
Maybe he's not seeing that
Yeah,
the
right.
status
I
bar at
suspect.
all. That's what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So would you mind pressing F5? Are you on a Windows laptop?
Yes,
Can you just press F5?
did.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. So last attempt. Can you go to View on the top, ribbon View?
Where is view?
On the top,
On top.
Home, Insert, Design. View is the last one.
On my PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, right on the top of the your presentation.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then click slideshow.
Slideshow.
It's not there. Is it there? It's not there.
Oh, you're talking about this 66%, and now I see that.
Yes. Yeah. Next to that. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
was. That's where I was.
Okay. So click to the left of 66. It didn't happen.
Yeah, that
Click
is
that.
the.
Yes,
Yeah. Click that.
I did that. You can't see me.
Yes, it's not operating.
Not. Yeah, it's not
It's
working.
not picking.
For some reason.
It's not
Do you
working.
have two monitors?
No, only one laptop.
Yeah, this is strange. Okay,
Let's go on with this. I think
let's
this is
not
fine.
waste time. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is good
Yeah.
enough size. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it. I don't know what you did.
Yes, success.
Oh, I'm not sure what it.
Okay, just stay with that. Just stay with that. Only use
Okay,
your
I'll-
left
Baba
arrow,
is
right
training
arrow
you,
now.
Ravi.
Well, what do you see now?
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
We,
Baba.
Hi, Meher Baba, Peoria.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jay Baba.
Jai Baba.
Baba makes us slow so that we can be with the reality. Okay, this is the city of Peoria, and we have about 3 lakh population. It's about 250 kilometers south to west of Chicago. Weather, right now it is like 35, 34, 33 degrees centigrade, and it will come down to in the night times 24, 22. And this is where my background, I'm a physicist. I did my PhD in medical physics, biophysics, and then I came to America, and I did a fellowship at Mayo Clinic. Have you ever heard about Mayo Clinic? Anybody? It's one of the.
Yeah, all of us have heard. Yes.
Oh, all of us heard. Okay. I am the director of physics for cancer centers here. I used to operate 3. Now I'm doing only 2. What does a physicist do in cancer treatment, right? So we give radiation to the cancer patients, and the doctor comes from the medical point of view, and then he discusses with me what angles to give, what are the other surrounding organs are there, how can we save. Our goal is to give maximum radiation to the tumor and as less as possible radiation to the surrounding normal tissues. That way the patient can have more survival. So that I've been practicing last 35 years, and my specialty is in brain tumors, treating brain tumors, which I've been practicing last 30 years. Neurosurgeons, most of the time, they operate on the brain tumors and they take it out. And sometimes they are located in certain locations in the brain that if they do it, their motor functions will be affected. So that is where they refer the patient to our department. And I play a major role in the neurosurgeon comes. We have a team. We all treat together. Neurosurgeon comes and tells I work with a radiation oncologist, and he comes and tells us, okay, this is the tumor. And we take their CT, MRI, and we try to, just like a cycle wheel, all the spokes come to the center. That's how we divert the radiation from all different sides to the point where the tumor is. So Baba gave me that chance to be, yeah. So while I was taking notes, what Baba was telling me, my mischievous mind didn't stop. I had to ask him, Baba, why Meher Baba, why should we pray to you? Why not I pray to other favorite forms of God, and Buddha, Rama, Krishna, Christ. All these forms are, Baba said, all these forms are purity in nature, perfect beings. They have no tendencies, no character, except for divine ones. They have yoga, sanskaras. Most importantly, they don't have weaknesses. They identify with the divinity. Time is the only aspect that separates them from Baba, from me. That's what he said. That's why all these personalities, avatars, came at different times. So,
who's the one on the rightmost in the previous slide? Sorry for the interruption.
No, please. As I said, stop me anytime. This is the, well, I Prophet Muhammad. I Googled the pictures of Prophet Muhammad.
It's not actually available as an image, right? So it's very rare.
I know. I doubt whether that's
pictorial,
correct or not, but
correct, pictorial representation of Muhammad. Okay.
Yeah, I doubt whether that's correct or not, but I found it. So Baba said he's the avatar.
What is the
Yes.
first? Which one?
This one is Zoroaster.
Zoroaster. Okay.
These are all Google pictures. So Meher Baba said he is the pure form of human being. He said that he is the present avatar of the time. That's how we take on the face value what Baba said. None of us have the ability to test him or evaluate him. Are you real avatar or 50% avatar, 75% avatar? None of that. We just take it. We take it because we love him. That's why we take him as an avatar. And Bao culture, I've been telling you a number of times, he used to come so many times, and every time he would come, he would say, and last final years, I think he lost his a lot of memory. He would say the same thing, very few things, but the very presence of him would make all of us so wonderful. Even though he was telling the same thing, he used to say the same thing, On the last day, on 30th night, Baba called me 3 times and told me at different times in the night, I'm not this body. So we have to take, is not just body, he is the God incarnate. But we don't have the ability to pray to God. So we see his figure, we love him. Then the question came, who am I? Right? That's good, Baba. You are the avatar, but who am I? And let me take a brief time to talk about who we are. Most of us, if we don't have knowledge, we think we are the body, right? And the body is nothing but a gross body. It's got full of organs. And if you are sleeping or if you are in surgery, if you were given deep anesthesia, the body, nothing happens to the body. Even if they cut it, nothing happens, right? We don't feel at all. So body is kind of inert body, nothing. It's just a vehicle, just different parts, just like our car. And the most important thing is not the inert body. We have something else that's all above our head or in the heart. That's where the whole thing is going on. So who are we? We know we talk about subtle body, mental body, and all those things. So we have energy, the prana. And we had a chance to talk about 5 pranas that we have that creates the subtle body. And we have mental body. But the energy and the mental body, what we use is very, very small compared to if we were to have completely in the mental plane or mental world or subtle world is totally different. And in our mental body, we have, it can be divided into 2 parts. One is emotional body and intellectual body. Emotional body is the body that we have feelings, love, anger, sadness, all these emotional. Intellectual part is figuring out, learning, all those things. We are mainly focused on everything we focus on intellect. We also have love, but we never hardly use it until we came to Meher Baba. We also have ego, the limited ego, and we have consciousness. And all these things are carried by the soul. Soul is the one which carries this. We have feeling that soul is inside us. Even when Baba depicted those circles in the divine theme, he puts the soul in the center. So we get a feeling like, oh, it's inside. Actually, it is the soul that is carrying all this limited entity. That's what briefly what we are.
Ravi, question.
So what's the difference between me and the avatar? Meher Baba experiences human being state. We experience human being state too.
Ravi, Sunil has a question.
Yes,
Sunil, go ahead.
yes, please. Yeah.
Previous page, please.
Yeah.
Why did you put limited next to ego? I thought human beings have unlimited ego.
I had that question too.
No, Meher Baba also has a individuality, right? They have universal ego. If you look at the God speaks,
Right.
if you look at the divine theme, if you compare human being has got limited ego, and avatars have unlimited ego. That's why I put unlimited.
I see. I need to understand that more. Thank you, Jai Baba.
Yeah. So basically, Baba experiences human being state. We experience the human being state. Baba experiences God state as well as human being state simultaneously. We have qualities, but they are limited. We cannot withstand more than what we can withstand. I'm sorry, what did I write here? He has all human qualities that he is able to use to the maximum, like, for example, patience, tolerance, ability to withstand extreme situations. When he is doing all those seclusions and taking the suffering, he was using all these. That's what he said. And we have all these, but we are limited. That's what I meant to say. I want to say here. But the problem with us is we always identify with our limited ego, limited body, and limited ego, limited mind. Hence, we do not have the experience of God. That is the problem. Baba has yoga sanskaras, and we have ordinary sanskaras. Baba has universal mind. We have individual mind that focuses on the self and the physical body. Baba experiences whatever we are thinking, you are thinking, what everybody is thinking in this whole universe. He can guess. And Baba said he doesn't have any confusion. We have confusion. If we do 2 things at a time, we have confusion. Baba said God never has any confusion. Very clear. We as human beings have weaknesses. Does he as an avatar have any weakness like a normal man? I already showed you some of these slides, but I will repeat it. He said that as an avatar, in every advent exhibits one weakness. And what is the reason? he was not very clear on that. Maybe I did not read very clearly, but I have a feeling that's something to do to play a game in the Maya. That's why I think. So what are the other avatars' weaknesses? Baba described other avatars, past avatars' weaknesses. Baba said when he was Zoroaster, he lived in Iran, and I think Baba said like 5,000 years ago, but I took this from Wikipedia. That's what it says, 1500 to 1000 BC. And he was in a war, and he kills a man who killed him. So as an avatar, he thinks that is a mistake. Rama, he exiled himself to forest for 14 years, sent Sita to forest for people.
There is a break.
Hey, did we lose you, Ravi?
Ravi,
Ravi, we can't hear you.
the VD is also stopped.
Yeah, maybe it's internet issue. Let him come back. Ravi?
Dr. Ravi Errabolu.
Yeah, some internet issue looks like.
Yeah.
Karthik, we need to understand that limited ego and unlimited ego. I missed that
Yeah.
somehow. I
In
can't
God speaks.
recall. Yeah, God speaks.
Yeah. If we find that in time in the week, either of us will do
Yeah,
some research.
right.
And
Yeah,
tell it.
let's share.
Yeah.
Share it with us also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Karthik,
I'm saying.
Karthik, can you put the God Speaks on the files folder? I couldn't find it.
It is there. It's not in the files folder. It's in the books folder.
Okay, I'll find out.
It's in the books folder, and it's combined. I mean, the individual files are there, and a combined file also is
Okay.
with our markings and comments. Yeah. If you don't find it, ping me.
Yeah.
All right. I think it is internet because he's gone now. He'll come back. There he is.
Yeah. What happened? I don't know what happened. Something happened.
Never mind. Never mind. Just share. Start again from where you are. Rama.
We were with Rama.
Can you see me? Can you see me now?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
see you and the presentation both. Yeah.
Okay, good. Muhammad always claimed he was messenger of God, and he never claimed that he was avatar. I think due to circumstances.
We were talking about Rama when the things broke up.
Yeah, I think you were Rama. So maybe you.
Yeah, can.
Yes, that's where you were.
Go to the next slide and start. Yeah. Java.
Okay. All right. So Krishna showed Visvarupa 3 times. One time to his mother, one time to when for Draupadi Vastrabharan, and then during the war to Arjuna. That's where Bhagavad Gita is described. Buddha explained on nirvana. That is where the sanskaras are vanished. But he never explained about final state, nirvikalpa state. Christ stated on the cross, "Oh Father, why have you forsaken me?" Muhammad always claimed he was a messenger of God due to circumstances. He never claimed that he was the avatar or God. Meher Baba did not reveal his weaknesses in his advent. When asked, Baba said that he will reveal in the next advent. So why Meher Baba? So I collected some few things, whatever I thought. He was a man, lived in our times. when I was growing up, I used to, Venkateswara Swami was my family deity, and I could never connect to him, to the God. And we had fear, and fear was instilled in me. And I'm not supposed to do any mistakes, and all those things, We give bananas and coconuts, pray, that's about it. And I could never connect with the black stone. And whenever we went to Tirupati, it was always rush, uncomfortable. The only thing I liked was laddu, Tirupati laddu. Baba wore simple clothes that we can connect, we can identify. Spoke simple language that we can understand. Wrote books that we in simple English. We can see his photos and movies. Thanks for the technology, YouTube. Some met him in person, and we know people who met him. They always talked about it. And most importantly, my father met him in 1962. When I was 6 years old, I remember he came and he called one of our servants and said, make this frame. And the servant was putting up the frame on the top of our main threshold. That is when I saw, and I asked him, who is he? He looks like a movie actor, S.V. Rangarao. There used to be one actor in Telugu. Exactly, he looks like him. Whoever came to my house, they used to ask me, how come you have S.V. Rangarao's picture? So that is when I was introduced to Meher Baba. My father was initially not a Baba lover, and he was following Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and then Sai Baba, but he was never convinced. He had a lot of questions about God and all, very spiritual. He was a principal of a college in a small town called Bhimavaram in Andhra Pradesh. And one of the lecturers came and told my father, hey, Avatar Meher Baba is there. He said he's the Avatar. He's giving darshan in 62. Let's go. My father said no. He's probably one more Baba, And then he left. And then the day before, that gentleman and another gentleman, they reserved the tickets to go to Pune. And the other gentleman got sick, very sick. And the ticket would be wasted. So the gentleman came to my father again and said, tomorrow early morning is the train, and I have a ticket. You don't have to even buy the ticket. Let's go. Because the gentleman came 2 times and asked, my father said, okay, I'll come. So they just went. My father went like that without any belief in Meher Baba. And they just went for one day, and then he said in the train station itself, they took shower, and then went to the pandal. There was a big pandal in Pune. That's where Baba giving darshan. And there was thousands of people were there. And these people were standing at the end, and they didn't get a chance. And it was 5 o'clock, and the darshan program was closed. My father thought that was over, that's it. And then meanwhile, there was an announcement calling 2 people. One, my father, and one more vice chancellor of Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Their names were called. And my father was at the end of the pandal. And then somebody told him, hey, you're being called. Baba wants to see you. Then my father went there. And then Baba was sitting on the big sofa. You must have seen in the movies. And my father said he just looked at Baba for a fraction of a second. And there was some twinkle, something special in that sight. Baba looked into my father's eyes very deeply. And my father touched the Baba's feet, bowed down, touched the head to his feet. And that's it. He was pushed and said, go. That's it. He came back. Nothing happened to my father. And while coming out, he bought some discourses and some picture and some other books, some cassettes. I don't know about cassettes, but yeah. And then he came home, and for 3 days he explained everything, how the travel went and how he had darshan Meher Baba, all those things. And he put it aside. After the third day, he picked up those things and he started feeling something inside the heart. So he gave that picture and made a frame of it. From then onwards, he was in Baba's love. Baba put that seed of love in my father's heart. That's how we all became Baba lovers. Baba was angry, he was happy, sad, like any of us. He suffered. He suffered a lot for us. He enjoyed good jokes. He played tennis. He played cricket. He played marbles. And one more aspect of Meher Baba was silence. He maintained silence. There's so many things he talked about why he maintained silence. But most importantly, this is what we have to maintain silence. Right from the morning, when we get up, our thoughts keep going. I have to do this, I have to go to the bathroom, I have to get coffee, then breakfast, go to office, work, I have to do this, and then whole day is over. Come home in the evening, watch television, oh, now I have to go to sleep. Sometimes in a day, for a few moments, we have to keep the silence, remembering Baba. That makes, Baba says, that makes a big difference in our life. Spend time alone. That's one of the characteristics that the previous avatars were not there. Whenever I go to Mehrabad, I experience this silence inside the tomb. I don't know whether any of you have experienced that, but I experienced this, just absolute silence inside the tomb. And well, we have been talking about sanskaras, and how many times in the previous times these sanskaras were brought up. In Hindu literature, there are two places where the vasanas were described and the sanskaras were talked about, but not much priority were given in any of these Vedic scholars, sanskaras or impressions. But Baba says it's so much, we feel so much importance of this, how much game they play in our lives. Must. No, nowhere in the scriptures, either in Sufism it was there. Maybe Khalid Bhai, you can tell if you know. But nowhere in the Christianity, nowhere in the Hinduism, nowhere the musts were talked about. Only in Baba's Advent. This is one of the main Advent Baba said, to give upliftment to all these musts. Many of you have seen probably when you went there, Must Mohamed, who was here till 2000.
Oh no, did we lose him again? Looks like. Namita, your camera is on and you're walking around. All right, you got it.
Hi, sorry.
I did it more as a warning.
Good warning.
इसकी डांट लग रही पता चल जाएगा.
The neck is feeling better, Mama. Your neck is feeling better. You're on mute.
We should have mental necks. Mama has a physical one. We should all should have mental ones, you know? Not to look here and there. We should all have
Yeah.
mental
Distraction.
necks. Yeah. So
How
it's good.
Cross is making its presence felt very
to
bad.
have a mental neck?
Mental neck is not to look here and there and get distracted, you know. Just
But
look
if
at
you have a
Baba.
bottleneck,
What is happening?
Bottleneck.
Am I there?
Yes.
Yeah,
now-
you're back now. Please share the screen and
Yes.
continue.
Where were I? Where was I?
Just
At
you
home.
were,
Master Mohammed,
yeah.
2000
Oh, I see.
somewhere you were about.
Yeah. Mas Muhammad. He was there up to 2003. I think he passed away. And some of you might have seen who went to Mehrabad. Baba kept him for us to see what must looks like.
Yeah.
When the time
Absolutely.
comes, I will explain my experience with the past must. I had about 3 or 4 must experiences. Very interesting, but I will not take time now, but I will tell later.
You got to share your screen so that we can see the slide.
Oh, you're not seeing now?
Not yet.
Hmm. Can you see now? No.
Not yet.
Oh, I have to do this. Sorry.
You
Yeah.
have to share. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Sorry. I don't know what's happening today.
Yeah.
Hey, remember we talked about intuition some time ago?
Yes.
Then I bought this book and read it. It's very interesting. Meher Baba's Gift of Intuition. And Baba said, it seems to Don Stevens, that Baba, every time comes as an avatar, he gives a gift to the humanity. And this time in this Advent, he told Don Stevens, intuition is the gift to the humanity. And Christ, when the Christ was there, love was his gift. And there's something he wrote, but I didn't have time to write what Muhammad said, but he did not talk about any other avatars. He just talked about Christ and Muhammad. And when I read this, I had many intuitive experiences in my life. Then I realized, oh, that's intuition. This is intuition, you know. For example, how I created this for Baba's birthday, Baba talking, that was an intuition. And one of the intuition that played a major role in my life was professionally. I used to do PhD in physics in SV University, Tirupati. And I don't know why I picked a topic that I worked on, and then I published some paper in '85. And then I thought of coming to America and spend a couple of years just to, everybody is going to America, talking about America. I thought of coming here and spending a couple of years. Then when I applied, I got an invitation from Mayo Clinic. I just applied. I had no idea what that Mayo Clinic is and anything at that time. And then Harvard University and some other universities. I got an invitation from Mayo Clinic. And all my family happens to be in medical field. And I said, I want to go to other places. They said, no, you should go to Mayo Clinic. And then they talked so much about Mayo Clinic. And that's how I ended up in Mayo Clinic. So when I went there, look at the difference from SV University, Tirupati, out of no place. I went to that Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. And there are people from all over the world are there. Especially I used to be in the research division, all over the world, all the most top publishing people. And I was really scared. Oh my God, I'm not even close to these people. What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? Only thing I had was let me work hard. That's all. And initially they gave me project and I worked on it and I got some results. And then they said, well, there is another project where you have to create cancer in the rats and then dissect them and analyze them and do some studies. I said, I'll take the project, and then I did that. And then that's it. For about 8 months, I don't know what to do with these results. I used to spend a lot of hours, morning 8 o'clock, lunchtime. I used to have brief lunch, and then evening 5 o'clock. I used to go home, eat food 6 o'clock, come back to work at 7 o'clock, spend till 10:30 or so. Like this for almost like 7-8 months I spent. And then finally I became desperate, so desperate. Then at that time, not much about Baba, right? I was young and all those things. So I started praying to Baba. Baba, help me. You have to help me. I don't know what else to do. I have to come. I have to be successful. Then I struggled like that for maybe one more month. And one evening around 7 o'clock, this flash of a thing occurred to me. And that gave me the whole picture. That division they have been working on, ultrasound. They use ultrasound for babies and heart to test many things. And here we are trying to develop. They are trying to develop on a different aspect. But they studied everything, and they are not able to come up with the full picture. It so happened the two projects I did correctly fit into those the big picture, because they were not done. A lot of other universities were also working on the same thing, but nobody was able to come up with any picture. Just these two experiments made a big deal about giving the whole entire picture of that. Now, am I smart in understanding? Oh, those are the gaps, and I can do that and I can give a picture? Absolutely not. Maybe I can say I'm below average intelligence. I think it's all Baba's opportunity he gave me, and he saw my desperation. And I think that intuitive feeling I got after reading this book, then I was thinking about the Mayo Clinic incident. Oh, that was intuition. That's how. Thanks for this group for giving me the insight on the intuition. And whatever Baba said, a lot of it is there in Vedic knowledge, but Baba gave a lot more than what was given in all the scriptures, whatever the previous avatars said. And most importantly, how much importance did Baba give to this? This alone plays a major role in understanding. A lot of people approach this Vedic scriptures through intellect, and that makes them not go anywhere. If you just include this love, that makes a big difference. And he made this all the Vedic information. At one time, it's not possible for a common man to understand what is there in the Vedic knowledge. Only very high level educated Brahmin community used to get the access on that. But now we all have it. Everybody has it. Whoever wants it, we have the access. And Baba is the one who created that. This love plays that much of a role. It changes our whole life. He provided all the tools that people intelligence is reached to a higher level. At one time, we were not that intelligent, but he brought us to higher intelligence. And only then he was able to give God speaks and discourses and other spiritual secrets. I'll go a little faster because it took a lot of time. He advanced the scientific growth. All the fundamental inventions happened in early 20th century. So many inventions happened. Never before in the history of people who know so many inventions happen. If at all I'm here talking to you guys in various places, it's all because of these fundamental inventions that happen. He provided advanced information about spiritual evolution. God speaks. We know that. We know this picture, how he gave the complete picture, where we stand, where we came from, how all the technical details. And he wrote a book by himself and with his own hands. And we don't know where it is. Nobody knows where it is. It will come out when the appropriate time comes. But Baba said, don't worry. 90% of that book is given on God Speaks, and 10% of that book is given in this book. Nothing and everything written by Baba Kalchuri. And we read God Speaks. As avatars work, he gives spiritual push to the humanity. That is the main work. One of the most important tasks he takes up is to wipe out those sanskaras that causes suffering to the humanity. He takes on himself all the suffering. Aloba said at one time when I was there, Baba has created such a work, he is going to wipe out 2/3 of the humanity. And he said, Baba has taken the stick, the matchbox is ready, it's ready to strike. Aloba said, yeah, he used to be very funny and very comical. When Mehra passed away in 1989, all the Soviet collapsed, big changes happened in the Western world. And Urich passed away in August 31st, 2001. Guess what happened? New York Twin Towers were collapsed. Because of this, whole wars created and a lot of changes happened. February 2020, what's happening now? We know what's happening. Big coronavirus, whole thing changed. People are dying in thousands all over the world. They are not able to breathe. There's a lot of suffering, very depressing. What is the way? For us, beloved, Baba is there. Baba said, whoever holds on to his daman with both the hands, we will be protected. He gives a spiritual push so that we can get advanced in our path. And we need suffering for that, unfortunately. And somebody said, pain is inevitable, but the suffering is a choice. Because of this avataric age, we get benefited in the next 100+ years. It's very potent. Spiritual energy is very potent now. So we have to take advantage of this love. It's very important spiritual practice to know who we are. That's why I talked about who we are. Then only we will be able to love Baba as he ought to be loved. We have to know who we really are. We have to, our consciousness has to be prepared such that with the divine qualities, such that our consciousness can easily mingle with the Baba's consciousness. That is the preparedness we have to be ready with. Best thing is to love, divine love. How to love God? Remember Him wholeheartedly and constantly. We don't need any tools or phone or anything. You know, we can walking while going to the toilet, while going on the steps, while sitting, whatever we are doing, just remember Him. That's all He wants us to do. Divine love is what we need to progress. Involve Baba in every action we do. Try to see Baba in every entity, everyone. Do everything to please beloved Baba. That way we don't create any sanskaras. Thank you very much. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
Jai Baba Ravi. Very nice. Very
Jai
thoughtful.
Baba.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, Ravi.
Very beautiful.
Beautiful.
So
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
what
Thank
was
you
the
so much
reaction?
for sharing.
What is the reaction of the person in your hospital that spent 1 hour talking to you?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed interest. He showed a lot of interest. The physician I work with, I never talked about Meher Baba or anything to him, never. At work, I don't talk about Meher Baba at all. If somebody shows interest, I talk, but he showed a lot of interest. That's only our job to show him whatever it is, and it's Baba's job, whatever happens inside his heart. And I gave him prayers. He said he wants to give it to his father. His father is alone in Philadelphia. He wants to give it to his father. I told him, pray to him, love him.
Great.
Yeah. There's another physicist I work with, Mark Barho, and he happened to come across the similar situation a long time ago. And that fellow read God Speaks discourses and In God's Hands. I asked him, do you have any problem to understand? He said, no, I don't have any problem. God speaks. In one shot, he could understand. He's a physicist too. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pleasure if Baba uses us to make somebody else Baba lover. It's a pleasure, It's just a pleasure.
And what happened to the family that came to the Peoria event?
I
They
don't
come to
know. I
Baba?
have to. Yeah, after that COVID happened, and I have to talk to Charan, Meher Charan, to understand, to talk to him about them. Yes,
Right.
we don't know. I mean, Baba gave a chance for them to tell him about the Baba, and Baba, chooses his own time, whenever is the right time, and then he will pick. That's all. Sorry, I took a little longer than.
Yeah. Any other questions for Ravi?
Maybe later.
Jai Baba.
About the mass, all the
Raviji,
three
do
mass
your
that you
children
encountered,
also
Ravi.
believe in Baba?
I'm sorry. Namitaji, go ahead.
Do your children also believe in Baba?
Yes, we do prayer, Parvatigar prayer. We do at home. One time we were flying, there was a turbulence, big turbulence, and the plane was diving. And I was chanting Baba's name, and they were sitting in my next aisle. And I saw them when they were little, and I see them chanting Baba's name. Then I knew.
That's so cute.
my litmus test came true. Yes. My children, yes. Sorry, Sherry, you were asking a question.
No, I was just saying that we would like to know about your encounter with the three masks that you said. You personally encountered three different masks. So whenever next time you have time, I would.
Yeah, when I was very young, there used to be one very short and very thin man. He always used to apply blue colors to his face and thing. He used to have a crown made up with a peacock feather, that one. And he used to carry a flute and very often used to come to our house and talk about Krishna. And we all used to, I used to have fun looking at him because he was having Krishna attire. And then he used to spend some time and then go away. And I was talking to my sister. We thought it may be a must. That was one. The second must was, I used to live in a town called Tenali. And we used to stay like a small town, which is close to Tenali, is like a half a mile from Tenali town. And on the way, we used to have Baba bhajans and all. I'm talking about in 65. Baba bhajans every day, And all these kids used to come and we used to give prasad, and all these kids used to come to take the prasad. And across us, there is one NCC building, military, whatever that building is. There used to be one peon, one guy who used to work there, cleaner, I think. He used to come and talk to us, which God is the great? Is it Islam God or Christ or And we used to say, whoever you ask, they say their God is great, but all gods are same. Baba said he is same person. So we gave a picture to him, and what he did, uh, and on the way from our town to Tenali, there was a big lake. On the side of the lake, he built a small thatched shelter-like thing, open shelter, and he put all the gods' pictures, Rama, Krishna, Mohamed, and Christ, and very prominently put one Meher Baba's picture, this Chinmaya Mudra picture, very prominently. He put some stands. On the stands, he made big framed pictures. Near that place, there used to be one man. He never wore anything underneath, naked, but on the top, he always had some shirt or something. He used to always walk there. He's if you look at him, he's a very pleasant looking person, and he always looked at the top and never bothered anybody. He used to sleep somewhere and just keep walking there across that place where he put these posters. And we thought he's probably a must. That was the second one. And third one was in Bengaluru, where my Geeta, some of you know Geeta, right? Geeta Ajiram.
Yes.
My sister lives one time.
Yes.
One time she used to live in the same place, and there was one man who used to work in HAL, it seems, big official or whatever. And he gave up the job and started walking on the roads, and then he was sitting before some houses there. And where he was sitting there, that house people, they had a lot of problems before, but when this man was sitting there, a lot of good luck came and all those things they were talking about. And we happened to pass that by, and we thought probably he may be a must. He looked very pleasant and spiritual. We took some pictures. I don't know where the pictures was, and that was another must we came across. Of course, Muhammad was there. That was the must. Yeah, these are the four musts I came across.
Just a reminder, it's a very, very complicated exercise even for the mandali to know what is the must and what is not. So let's keep that in mind as we hear all the three. But very interesting that you got a chance to get exposed to three different opportunities. I think
Exactly.
Geeta did mention the third one to me. So
Geeta mentioned to you?
yes.
Yeah.
So I will now go and tell her the other two.
He was not there, it seems, anymore. He was not there anymore.
Okay.
He used to be there many years ago.
Okay. All right. So we are way out of time. I just have one last thing before we go. So there is this circle, the Meher Baba circle. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So So there's a circle of friends that sends mails and publishes events, and I will send this to the group. They have multiple readings that they have on their calendar, right? They have a calendar and so on. So I was just thinking maybe we should put up our discussion group also on the calendar. That's one. Second, tomorrow we have to decide on our next book.
Yes.
Actually, I'll take that back. Tomorrow we have to decide what we are doing after the two introductions that we have scheduled for tomorrow. So is it the next book? Is it the next mountain that to climb, or are we climbing down and settling down like a normal human?
What is actually scheduled for tomorrow?
Khalid and Rajesh will introduce themselves and talk about their Baba experience.
And the meditation?
And the meditation, yes. Thank you.
After that, what I was thinking, before we select a book, in the meanwhile, if we take time, there are a few very powerful Baba messages which are not covered in the books. They are separate messages, like Baba's call message is there, highest of the high message is there, and there are a few more. So we can read them one by one and have a good discussion. I think I messaged you on WhatsApp on Baba's call message, which was given in Ahmednagar in 1956 or something.
Yeah,
so that's what we can do.
Sorry, yes,
yeah.
I remember now. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I also was thinking,
because there are about
I
five, six pages.
Yeah, important messages.
Yeah, so that we can do. And then select a book in the meanwhile.
Can we also incorporate divine theme? It doesn't take much time.
Sure.
Can do that too.
So let's think about that and then finalize tomorrow when on the call. I have just one suggestion. I'm okay to go back to do another read of God Speaks as well.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Baba, I was thinking the same thing just now.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Great.
Wow.
God Speaks.
All are
is
agreeing.
good.
Please.
All are agreeing.
My heart has
very
been
good.
knocking about it for last 10 minutes.
Oh, that's how
Baba's
it came
listening to
out.
my prayer.
The atomic energy book.
Yes, the
Every
bomb.
word is an atomic bomb. Each word is an atomic bomb.
Jai Baba, thank you. So all of us got the same thought. So it is God Speaks.
God
Maybe
Speaks is
before
the
that
ocean.
we will read the message. Yeah, we will read the messages and then get to God Speaks. Yeah. All right.
God
Have a great
speaks
Saturday,
to me.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ravi.
Jai Baba.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
All right. Have a good Saturday. Take care of
Thank you.
yourself.
Jai Baba.
Yeah.
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Everybody.
Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Jai Baba.
Thank you for sharing all the important
Yeah.
insights.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, Ravi.
Jai Baba.
क्या करे खाना का होंगे?
कुछ भी बना लीजिए अमिता जी.
हाँ जी.
कुछ भी बना लीजिए. That's what Sunil will say.
संजय जी आ जाओ आप भी.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Have a good weekend. Jai Baba.
संजय जी एक बात कहनी थी आपसे.
बोलिए.
Your mom is an artist?
My mom is not an artist. She sings. That's all. She's not a painter.
Does she paint?
My father used to paint. My brother is an artist, as you know already. My father was also drawing and painting. So, in my home, I don't know if she has shared any pictures, you will see a lot of paintings of Baba's, handmade.
I see.
The main prayer in the hall, the main painting that we have was done by dad. It's about 4 feet by 3 feet, that size. The Darbar pose.
दिल्ली में रहते हैं? Your mom is in Delhi?
No, my mother is in Hamirpur.
Oh.
Hamirpur, yeah. My brother is in Delhi, Faridabad actually.
When we come to India, आप हमें ले जाइएगा हमीरपुर.
Bilkul, let's hope so. I should be. Actually, I am now relocating to Mumbai from Jamnagar. So I'm going back home after 6 years of being away.
Your wife must be very very anxious.
Yes.
अब इसका क्या करूं?
हाँ वो भी है और मेरे लिए जगह बनानी पड़ेगी घर में. Everything is swelled. There is hardly any place for me, but I'll have to go and make place for me. So another couple of weeks. 16th I go back actually.
All the best for your Bombay trip.
Yeah, thanks. No, it's no more a trip. I'm just relocating. Homecoming, yes. Yeah.
I hope before the end of this year we can all meet in Mehrabad.
Yes, let's pray, Baba. Jai Baba. Okay, Nomita ji.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Bye. Jai Baba, Sunil ji. Jai Baba.